It's your boy Imperial Valley bringing you the latest chapter of One Piece. Let's get into it. Chapter titles Luffy's Dream. Chapter opens up with Luffy screaming, "Nowhere in hell. This is a lie. It has to be." He had never killed Vivi's dad. Sabo wouldn't do something like this in a million years. And then Robin talks to Luffy like, "I'm with you on there because like it just doesn't fit the whole revolutionary like army mo. Like they against and they declared war against the celestial dragons and the Holy Land. So like, why would they just have Sabo go up in there and just straight up kill Vivi's pops like that, the king of Alabasta? Like it just doesn't make no sense. So now you got everybody on the crew. You got the whole crew just screaming, yelling, worried, and then you got Luffy like, you know what? Screw it all. Set course. We're going to find Vivi, and we going to set on course for Alabasta. So Zoro being the only logical one here, like, yo, the man's dead. What can we do for a dead man? What can we do by going there? He's dead already. So Luffy looking like, okay, cool. Then we're gonna go to the Holy Land where the Celestial Dragons live at and resides. And they everybody just shot. And then you got Zoro looking at him like, oh, whoa, whoa, easy, easy. So like you want to go to the Navy's HQ and pick a fight with them. Like you want to start a war with the Navy, the big guns. Luffy looking like, yeah, that's what we doing. Then you got everybody having fond memories of Vivi's dad, how nice, how stoic, and how kind he was to them, even though that they was pirates. And then you got Jinbei looking like the the whole summit was quite something interesting and quite in turmoil from what we actually seeing and everything that's going down. So then you got Robin looking like, man, it seemed like everything was going on. A lot of things was happening while we were still in Wano, just doing our thing, handling our business, or whatever the case may be. So Zoro looking at it like, yo, you trust your brother Ace to make his own decisions, do whatever he did, and you had so much faith in him. So that's what you need to do now. You need to stand up, be the captain that you need to be, and have faith in Vivi. When the time comes, we can pitch in our ideas and how we feel about the situation at hand. But until then, have faith that everything gonna come together and everything gonna be good with them. Then you got Robin reading the newspaper saying there was quite a lot of developments around the world while everything was happening, while they was just in Wano picking a fight, free and open up Wano, fighting that nigga Kaido and Orochi. So Robin looking like that's crazy. The abolishment of the warlords happened. It drove those elite pirates back, such as like Crocodile, Mihawk, and them. And then, as we all know, the new Cross Guild was invented and founded, and they got Bombastic Buggy as the leader. Also, who actually turned out to be the emperor. So Luffy looking like, oh hell no, there's gotta be some mix up or something going on right now. Then you got Robin looking like, I can tell you some other major key players or whatever the case may be if you want. So Luffy looking like, honestly, man, do your thing. Like if you feel like it's important, then you'll let me know. So Robin looking like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just leave it alone. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. And then Luffy just sitting up here being his stoic self, just rolling around on the floor like Sabo's innocent. He's innocent. I don't care. I know he didn't do it. He's innocent. And then you got him thinking like he's thinking about the whole situation way back then when they was younger. And he started to talk about like, you know what? I know Sabo didn't do it because Sabo always was more the stoic free guy. Like he wouldn't want somebody to feel like that. He always wanted people to be free and have what he didn't have at one point. So he felt like freedom is essential. And then this is when the head scratcher happens. Luffy starts to think, and then he tells his crew for the first time and forever, like the very first time, what his actual dream is. And it's like, wow, all of them is so shocked and so bewildered, and a lot of them looking like, yo, that sounds like an impossible feat, an impossible dream to have. And then you got Luffy looking like, well, this is probably the reason why, like, I feel like I gotta be the king of pirates so I can fulfill this at the end of the dream. And it's like, yo. And then you got some of them looking like, you know what? You got Nah Man Shotgun looking like, yo, it sounds like a great dream. I feel like you can pull it off. While you got everybody else looking like, man, that sounds like a very impossible task to pull off. And then you got Robin being very serious about it, and she like, yo, honestly, it's been a long time since that polygraph, the glass polygraph, was ever seen. And then you got Navy HQ talking about the whole situation that transpired with Sabo reaching out to the Revolutionary Army. And then we find out that Sabo is actually on Lelouch's kingdom. And to our surprise, so they talking about Lelouch's kingdom, the king, one of the 8 kingdoms that rebelled. And to our surprise, we see Imu-Sama, which is crazy. See a little glimpse of Imu-Sama, and then it cuts back to Sabo actually telling them he ain't do it. Like, I'm not the person that killed him. Then it cuts back to Imu-Sama face, and then it cuts back again. It's a lot of cutting back, and you have Sabo saying honestly, I won't believe it, but no one ever thought that there was actually a king of the world, but that throne was not empty. There was someone there. And as we know, as the readers, we know that's Imu-Sama. And apparently, what happens to Lelouch Kingdom is bewildering. Like, Lelouch Kingdom straight get wiped off the face of the earth. And it's like, damn, like, out of existence. Like, it don't even look like it was even a kingdom there to begin with. And it's interesting because it's like, so is this like something Imu-Sama can manipulate? Like, is this a devil fruit? Is this a unknown hidden talent Imu-Sama has? Is this like an ancient weapon? Is this with the kind of this is this the power that the Warrior Century actually held? And it's like it's so crazy because sequences felt everywhere all over the southeastern, like the southern eastern part. And it's like, yo, that is so crazy. Now you see, like, so Luffy and the gang, the Straw Hats, they look like they seem to have entered I would say, a climate zone, which is like hot, cold, all this different type of weather, and they looking like there's this huge ball of water just emanating as Luffy sees someone's in there, and they all looking like, you sure? Then Sanji looking like, yeah, I can hear a female in there. So they like, what we gonna do? Then you got Zoro just being a Chad. You're like, you know what? Cool. I'm gonna just cut it. I'm gonna just cut it through. Then you got Sanji looking like you better not lay not one string of a hair on this woman. So Zoro just straight used one style, bird dance, and sliced the whole water in half. And it's like, yo, it's crazy. Just for us to find out that it's none other than one of the worst generation pirates, Jewelry Bonny, with a bounty of 320 million. But she's very small. And that is the end of this chapter. I definitely gotta give it a 10 out of 10. It was crazy and phenomenal. I was hyped for this chapter. Please consider and give me a like, comment down below what y'all thought, subscribe, and remember, have an awesome day. Imperial Valley out. Peace.